and these are my other books of this series, and these are the other series which I read already, and these are the 2 new books that I read during the weekend. So now here we go with my story. The Vain Little Mouse. One day, when she saw a sweeping on the floor of her house, Little Mouse was a coin. Since she was very vain, she immediately thought of buying something to become prettier. I got it, a lace will suit me perfectly. Mr. Donkey, who was rich, and the little mouse was right for the next day when she came out of her house with her new lace. Where is the lace? Oh, the bow. The lace, all the boys, big and small, flying or terrestrial, let the time pass by and looked at her fascinatingly. Mr. Donkey, who was rich and well educated, said to her, "Tell me, you enchanting young lady, would you marry this humble servant of yours?" "Why doesn't he have legs?" "Maybe," said the little mouse, accidentally. "But first, tell me something what we'll do at night." Hi-oh, brayed Mr. Donkey. And she covered her ears, answered, "How horrible! I even can't marry you. With that noise you will wake me up." Then came Mr. Dog, was very modern and cool. Hey honey, he said to the little mouse, "Wouldn't it be cool to marry me?" "I am not very sure, buddy," she said. "What will you do at night?" "Woof, woof, woof, super woof," barked Mr. Dog. Hearing this, Mr. Mouse covered her ears and said, "What a horror! To marry you doesn't seem cool, buddy. With that noise you will make me up. In fact, not only me, but the entire neighborhood." Mr. Cock, who was very romantic and impatient, so he did not even come out of the car to tell her, "If you would marry me, I die." In the night, when the little mouse asked him what would he do with the light, singing "Cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo," the mouse was horrified and fled away without giving him a reply. Seeing that she would not like any more, but then the Count Cat appeared and asked her to marry. "Will you marry? What will you do at night, Mr. Mouse?" They meowed very so sweetly. "Meow, meow," she answered at once. "Yes, I want to marry you." The wedding started a few days later. The Count Cat waited for her and impatiently, so he reached the venue and pretty elegant. There's nobody in this world. Then something terrible happened. The cat suddenly transformed into a sort of monster and he leaped on the little mouse, saying, "I cannot wait anymore. I'm going to eat you right here." The swine, pretending to be a good groom, in fact, in the interest to eat the little mouse, the poor bride almost fell into the claws and he was forced to attack. and started running desperately, but she was lucky someone had watching the entire situation. It was Mr. Mouse, a neighborhood of the little mouse who had always been in love with her. Since he was very shy, he did not dare to declare his feelings to her. But when he got to know about her wedding with the cat, he had suspected intentions and started keeping an eye on him. Quickly, come with me, he said to the little mouse, taking her hand. I have prepared a secret hideout. Both of them I hid well covered burrow in advantage of the night and managed to confuse the cat. It had to be so silly, said the little mouse. I was not so vain. I would guess the intentions of that cat. But the mouse consoled her, and then shyly he told her, really wish to marry her. Of course I want to marry you, she answered. They married and lived happily ever after. The end. Bye bye. See you next Tuesday. See you next Sunday. And here you also like it and love it and also comment and subscribe and ring the notification bell.